Hi, it's Beth from the Somerset County Library, and tonight I'm going to be talking about the silhouette portrait. Now, we recently got a silhouette portrait through a tinkering grant that we received. We received the Design, Create, Play Tinkering Kit, and this is made possible by the Library Services and Technology Act through Pennsylvania's Out of School Time Project. The purpose of the Tinkering Kit project is to enhance, expand, and increase STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math, programming. And we are going to be using that kit tonight. And this is made possible in part by the Institute of Museum and Library Services, as administered by the Pennsylvania Department of Education's Office of Commonwealth Libraries. And part of that kit was our new silhouette portrait. And let me see if I can show it to you. Oops, I got all my wires hooked up. This is our silhouette portrait, and you'll see a little bit more of it later. And what this does, it's a really cool machine that allows us to be able to cut things out. And one of the things that we're going to create next Saturday, is some Christmas cards or holiday cards. And we're going to be doing this when we have our Steamtastic Saturday with Santa. So make sure you come out and join us for that. And one of the things that I did was I made this really cute card. And you can't see it too well, but if I put a piece of paper behind it, which is another design element I can add to this, I'll be able to make out the outline of the snowman, and it says Happy Winter. So it's a really cute card. So to begin our project, the first thing we need to do is go into Silhouette Studio. And Silhouette Studio will open up to a blank page, and this is where we're going to create our designs. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is set up my page, and I have this pre-cut cardstock on hand. Let me find my measurements here. So I have a 5.5. So it's going to be 5.5 wide. Went past it. Okay, so we're 5.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches long. So this is going to be my design area. And I'm turning off the registration marks, so we don't need those. So this red line here is indicating my design area. Okay, so once I have my dimensions set up for the paper that I'm using, I'm going to go to the library, and our silhouette came with some free designs already. So you can scroll through here and try to find some designs that you like. But I also downloaded some cute designs for the winter that I thought would make really cute cards. So let me do Joy to the World. I'm just going to double click on the design that I want. And when it gets imported into the page, you can see it's way larger than my paper, and it's turned the wrong. Oh no, it won't be turned the wrong way, because when I fold the card in half, it'll fold it this way. So I need to resize this design. And what I'm going to do is, if you see these blocks here, those are called handles. And that will allow me to resize the design. So let me first move it up. See if I can move it up to probably about, I want the corner here to about where I want my design to be. And then I'm going to take this corner, and when I hover over it, you'll see two arrows going in the opposite directions. I can either make it larger or smaller depending on my needs. And this one needs to be smaller, so I'll just drag it to the left, and you'll see it resized the design. Now you see this green dot here, that allows me to rotate it. So if I did need to rotate the design so it was this way, I could do that. Okay, and then I'm going to center that a little bit. Okay, so the next step is to send it to the portrait. And I want to show where the cuts are going to be made. And I'm going to set my paper to cardstock. This cardstock has a little bit of a texture to it, so let me do cardstock 80. And so let me put my blade in. Okay, so I need to have my blade set to 3. And this automatically fills in. It determines how deep the cut is going to go, and this determines how fast the cut will make. Sometimes you need to slow it down so it makes cleaner cuts. Let me see, I need to adjust my blade depth here. So let me try a 3. Okay, and then we are ready to start our cut. So we've created our design, we're ready to make our cut. We have this cutting mat here, and we're going to take our cardstock and line it up with the grid. Let's see, make sure it's square, and that'll make sure that the design that prints is going to be straight. So I think I'm square there. And I'll go over to the machine here. Going to line up with the edge of the guide. There's a guide there. It has a little bit of a upraised marker. And then I'm going to press the up arrow to feed it through. Okay, once I'm in place, I'm going to hit send. Now the portrait will do all the work. Yeah, looks like a pretty good cut. And I also want to add a score in here. So let me see if I can go back to my design and add a line. And select score. And send. Let me check my blade. Adjust it down to 2. So I don't want it going as deep as my cut. Okay, so I've made all of my cuts. I'm going to hit the down arrow to release the design, and then I'm going to peel the mat off of the paper. Being careful around my design. Come the other direction here. This is where all the intricate little cuts are, so it's going to be a little finicky. Okay. So you can see where it has cut. And I just need to remove parts. And then these little letters here, I probably need something small that I can get in there with. Let me see if my X-Acto blade can get in there and just the more delicate the design, the more patience it's going to take, but probably should have replaced that cursive with a different type of text. You can see I'm still learning with this. Oops. So the next time I do this, I would probably cut out the J and the Y, but maybe do the O and then the to the world a different way. You have it printed on there rather than trying to cut out all those teeny little cuts. Those are going to end up tearing. But I do like how it looks. It's sort of like an embossed type look to it. So I think I might just leave those as they are. Then going back and scoring the paper at the center point made a lot crisper fold. So this one I didn't do the scoring, and I just folded it over, and you can see it sort of looks a little, yeah, it's okay, but it looks a little clunky. But this has a nice crisp fold on it. And then if I wanted to, I can put some colored paper behind there, or maybe even do a drawing or painting on the inside of the card that shows through on the outside. So it's sort of up to you. You can get creative with it. And there are so many more other things that you can do with this silhouette portrait. Like I said, I'm just beginning to learn all the things that you can do with this. And you'll get some time, we'll be able to experiment together. So that is our silhouette portrait. There's so many more things that we can do with this that we're just beginning to learn what all we can do. So maybe you can come out and help us experiment and make some cards, make some ornaments, and we hope you'll be able to join us on Saturday for our our steam-tastic Saturday with Santa. And we'll see you later.